What's up everybody, JJ Shankles, the Goat Toaster's back again with episode 2 of your daily tech news. Now there's nothing boring about today's news except for the Boring Company. Elon Musk's tunnel drilling company has finally completed their first tunnel in Vegas. It's under the Vegas Convention Center. It's sort of to create a shuttle system around the convention center, and it's only for convention goers. So as of yet, your next Uber in Vegas will not be an underground tunnel built by Elon Musk. And on to space, the final frontier. It needs some rules. NASA has now published the Artemis Accords. It's a set of rules and guidelines for outer space. It's not a set document yet because all the nations and organizations haven't agreed to it yet, but it's definitely a step in the right direction to make sure everyone follows the same rules and guidelines in outer space, setting up areas that they can go and shouldn't go to, and to make sure there's free communication of knowledge of outer space. Hopefully this will aid in preserving space as we know it. But down here on Earth, everything's a little crazy in the year 2020. Everyone's going virtual, everyone's working from home, and now that includes race car drivers. The 24-hour Le Mans race will now be held in the video game R Factor 2. Teams of 4 racers will compete this year, and those teams of 4 must have at least 2 professional race car drivers in them, and at max only 2 professional eSIM drivers. You won't have a team of 4 gamer nerds beating up on these professional drivers out there. But I think every sport should go to this. I would love to see LeBron James face up against Steph Curry in some 2K, or get Tom Brady out there playing some NFL on Xbox. Now that's a sport I would love to watch. And I do think there's a lot less concussions when playing video games. But more video game news, bad news for anyone who just purchased the game GTA 5. It came out in 2013, but anyone who waited around for a sale and just recently purchased it, that price dropped all the way to 0. In an effort to steal players away from the Steam store and onto the Epic Games Store, they have released GTA for free, only for the next 5 days, so you do have to claim it fast. But if you claim it and you downloaded it, you will keep it forever. So good news for those people who wait a while after launch to finally get into a video game for a sale. On to more video game related news. Brush off your 16-bit video game skills. Konami's new console, the TurboGrafx-16, is now set to launch on May 22nd. This is about a 2-month delay from initial expected release, showing how the global supply chain has been a little bit affected by the way 2020 is going. But even during this, Sony and Microsoft has said the PS5 and new Xbox won't be delayed, and they will be released by holiday times of 2020. They can say it now, but it'll be interesting to keep following this story and see where it goes in the future. On to hardware related news. Gigabyte's B55 motherboard for the AMD chipset is set to be a powerhouse, even though it's still a budget-friendly motherboard. It will host up to 3 PCIe 4.0 SSDs on board M.2 style. And with the prices that keep moving up, I think budget-friendly motherboards are now becoming the normal motherboards, and normal motherboards are becoming the high-end expensive motherboards. So it'll be interesting to see how the prices change of motherboards moving forward. But talking about prices and customizability, the new anti-MacBook Pro is soon to be released. Pre-orders in soon of the MNT Reform. It's a DIY laptop where you can change out everything. Your old battery's going bad, open it up, take it out, put new batteries in there. That's what this case is kind of built for. This is the laptop built for DIY hacking, customizability, and privacy above all else. It puts all the controls in your hands, so if anything breaks, you open it up, take it apart, put new parts in, put it back together, and you're ready to go. And it's all with one Phillips head screwdriver, so you don't have to buy 5 different styles of screwdrivers just to open one single device. Yes, I'm looking at you, Apple, but pre-orders in soon, so I will link it down below. You can go check that one out. In the mobile space today, a bunch of lawsuits came out. Ubisoft is suing Google and Apple for hosting a video game on their App Store. The game in question is called Area F2, and they say it's a carbon copy of the game Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, which is a very popular online multiplayer game, for those of you who don't know. And the game Area F2 is still on their App Store, so if you want to go check it out, you can download it. Seems like an oversight, something they should have caught on their App Store, hosting a game which is a carbon copy of a full-fledged PC game. Seems like something they should catch, but sometimes you have to sue a company to get them to listen. More lawsuits for Apple. Apple has decided to settle their lawsuit over the alleged throttling of the performance of their phones. They're settling for $500 million, which works out to only $25 per affected iPhone. This covers everything from the iPhone SE, iPhone 6, iPhone 6s, iPhone 6 Plus, iPhone 7, and iPhone 7 Plus. Apple is still admitting no wrongdoing, saying this settlement is just to avoid court costs and dragging this court case longer than it needs to be. It gives them a lot of bad press, and they'd rather settle it, pay the money, and get out. In more Apple news, the Powerbeats Pro will come out with the killer feature that will destroy the AirPods, and that's simply color. In some leaked pictures, it shows the new Powerbeats coming in a variety of colors, which I think that's the spec the AirPods are missing, that customizability, being able to select just a different color. This world of Apple kind of now becoming all white or white and silver, white and gray, calling that a different color. They've been lacking that burst of color since the iPod. So it's exciting to see them finally retaking the colorful, exciting, be yourself type Apple. Still with more mobile news, Superman, we found your phone, but not really. The OnePlus 8 Pro has been found to have an X-ray filter setting. It's not really an X-ray mode, but it does allow you to see through certain thin black plastics or thin black cloths. So through a black t-shirt, or certain examples of through certain black plastics. But even though it's only certain objects you can see through, it's still a step towards superpower in your pocket. And so I applaud it. I say, OnePlus, you keep it going, you claim it. They claim that it's an accidental feature. I don't think it's accidental. I think they're giving you those superpowers slowly. And I say, OnePlus, keep innovating. Never settle. And that about wraps it up for today's news. Let me know in the comments down below if there's anything that I said that's infactual or any stories I missed covering today. And while you're down there, if you would hit that like and subscribe button, it really helps out this channel. And that way you won't miss a new post. I'm gonna be trying to post these about every single day to cover the daily news, keep you up to date in a short, sweet video style like this. I appreciate every single one of you. Hope you guys are staying safe out there. Make sure you're washing your hands a lot. Hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Go Toaster out.